everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Whew. I didn't think I was going to make it. I made it down to Miami just in the nick of time because it sounds like Detroit is about to get hit with some cold weather. But I made it. I was out getting something to eat with the Redhead burger, which is like smash burger. Not bad, not bad. I enjoyed it. Good burger, some Cajun fries, and a beer. $27. Welcome to South Beach. So I made it back to the room. You know what? I don't know what's going on. It's about 70, upper 60s, 70 degrees, cloudy, windy. I thought I was going to feel warmer. I had my hoodie on. I was out there walking around. It's like I needed a jacket. Greeting from the cold. But yeah, no, hey, I made it. It's better than the 20 degrees of snow that I was having in Detroit. Let me go ahead and welcome the people in. Embarkation Nation, welcome in. Thank you for being a member. My longest active member. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. The Clock Family Adventures, welcome in, Clock. Appreciate you being a member also. Kimberly, welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. And the Strong Crew. LaJuma Brown, thank you for being a member. Appreciate you being in here. Keisha, welcome. Thank you for being a member also, Keisha. Antoinette, welcome in. Glad you made it in. Mommy Millionaire, my daughter, welcome in, Jen. Welcome to the Strong Crew. I did have a question. It's like I gave out some free memberships the last time I was out, and you got one. My question wasn't why did you get one. My question was why weren't you already a member? We'll talk about that when I get home. Journeys with June and Birdie, welcome in, welcome in. Everybody saying hello. TJ's Destination, welcome in. Tracy and Mike, welcome in. Appreciate you being here on the Facebook side. No, Antoinette. It was a single burger, order of fries, and a beer. $27. I was looking at spending $50. You're on South Beach. But I saw, they had a smash burger. I said, you know what? I'm going to try a smash burger. How much could it be, right? It was good. I got to give it to them. It was good. The Cajun fries, spicy, is delicious. June and Brady, what do you have to do to be a member? All you have to do is hit that little button down in the comment section where I think it's like a $sign. And it's like buy a membership or things like that. That's where you can become a member. Whoa, I'm looking at my daughter's comment. Somebody said that they couldn't do it, but usually, like if you're monetized, they give you like 10 free memberships to give out. It's random. I can't pick who gets the memberships, so it's random. Mommy Millionaire, really? That went through my mind. That did go through my mind, Jennifer. Everybody saying hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I was expecting it to be I was expecting to get off the plane and first thing I'm doing is take it off my hoodie. Nope, I left it on. I flew into, most people know that I fly standby, so I flew standby, and it's easier to fly standby into Fort Lauderdale than Miami. So I flew into Fort Lauderdale, got in about one something, and took Uber. It was about $40 Uber ride from Fort Lauderdale to the hotel, but it was going to be $25 from the Miami airport to the hotel. So roughly a $15 difference. I didn't think that was that bad of a price. The Bud Files, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here, my friends. Whoops, wrong one. There you go. It keeps moving on me. There we go. Bud Files, welcome in. Let me do one thing real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and start this go live on Instagram. I always have to remember, like on Instagram, if you go live on Instagram, well, at least on StreamYard, you have to start it and stop it separately than anything else. Everything else, when I hit stop, in stream, it stops automatically. Not that one. So if I don't end that one, you might get some behind the scenes, action going on. So we're gonna try to avoid that. Ross, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Thank you for being a member also. Well, it was a good trip down here, but it's always fun coming to Miami. I was on the phone earlier with my daughter, telling her I was sitting outside, people watching on South Beach, and man, I love it. I love Miami. I love Tampa. Just sit out, have a beer, people watch. It's good. I enjoy it. I was telling my daughter, I think I was born to be on vacation. Kimberly says, "Me too, June. Looking forward to warmer weather." Yeah, the warmer weather. I was built for warmer weather. I was built for warmer weather. I mean, I got into my room. I'm gonna tell you about the hotel in a couple of seconds. This is the first time I stayed at this hotel. It was La Flora, Casa La Flora, and it's on Collins Street. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Collins Street, in South Beach, you have like Ocean Drive, is where all the drive, the hotels, then the beach. Collins is one street behind that. So I was looking to book my hotel, and I saw a price. It was like $115. So I'm one block off, Ocean Drive, South Beach, and it was $115. I'm like, that's a good price. And I started going through it. It's like a contactless hotel. So to me, it was more like probably like an Airbnb. So they send you these text messages. Hey, sign in, send us a copy of your driver's license and credit card that you're going to use. If you want to leave a $250 deposit, you can leave a $250 deposit, get it back as long as you don't do anything to the room, or pay $19.95 and be done with it. If you tear up the room, they still have your credit card, so they still will pay you for it, but they don't hold a real big deposit. So I said I would try that, and it worked out well so far. But when you get here, they send you a code. So to get into the building, and it's the one of Art Deco hotels, old building that they renovated. They give you a code. You punch in the code. Beep 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 boop. You go into the building. Nobody's at the front desk. Lights off. You just walk in. It's 2:00 in the afternoon. They let me check in early. I had a 1:00 check-in. I didn't check in until about 2:30, but I had my room ready. No extra fees, nothing like that. They sent me a message. Hey, Mr. Armstrong, your room is ready. Whenever you get here, just go ahead and check in. I did that. That worked out well. So got into the building, went up to my unit number, and you're not going to see my room destination fund. No, I'll show it to you in a little bit. Go to your unit, and on your phone, they send you a link to an app, and you unlock the door with that. So you hit that. It says unlock your unit, and unlocks the door, and you're in. So I haven't seen anybody. I haven't talked to anybody. Nobody's in the lobby. I haven't walked around the hotel itself. The hotel itself doesn't look like it has a restaurant. It looks like there might be a restaurant next door. I don't know if it's connected. But if you could imagine Thursday night, holiday weekend, one block off Ocean Drive for $115. And I couldn't beat the price. And right now, knock on wood, I'm happy. Destination fund, show us your room. A little simple, basic room. Boop, boop, boop. Really, a really big TV. Anywho, a nice little room for a one night stay. I'm happy, and for that price, I'll do it every time. And as I said, the check-in was easy. Everything was done ahead of time. So they gave me the code, came to the building, put the code in, went to my room, used the app, opened the door, I'm in. I mean, no paperwork, nobody to talk to. Now I didn't see any, like some hotels have like cookies or water bottles or something like that. This one didn't have anything. I haven't seen any water bottles or anything like that. But for me, I felt like I had a deal. I could have stayed right down the street, block over down the street for $200 or $300. So I'm a little cheap like that. LF McKinley, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. It's a cruise life. Good evening. Oh, Jennifer. I'm assuming this is Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer, you're fancy. You need the suites. This is a basic room. No, which are at the window, but it's a building next door. There's no view. I don't know, Jennifer. I don't know if you could handle this one. I'm sure they Keisha. I'm sure they have better rooms. I just looked for whatever the cheapest room was, and the cheapest room was like a king size. When you look at the app, the room looks a lot bigger. The room's not really that big. I mean, you got a closet, bathroom, and the bed. Plenty of plugs if you need plugs or anything like that. Plugs right next to the bed. I would recommend it. I'm going to do a room tour, so you guys can see it. But I think it's pretty nice. Yes, Keisha, traveling solo. I would have. I really did, because this offer that I had. I'm going on MSC Divina tomorrow, and it's from the UR Compt. Some people that have probably been on the channel heard me talk about UR Compt. For people that gamble, and I'm one of those people. So I had offers from a couple of different cruise lines. So they say, hey, send your offers, and we'll see what we can do for you. Well, they gave me this 10-day cruise. Leaves out of Miami, goes to Antigua, St. Thomas, some other places, Southern Caribbean. I could look it up for you, but I'm not going to do it right now. But a lot of ports I haven't been to in a while. St. Martin, I go there because I want to go to Maho Beach. I believe it's Maho Beach, where the airplanes fly over. So I want to do that. I've never done that. I've been there a few times, but I've never done that particular beach. So I'm gonna go there just so I can see the airplanes. What's the name of this hotel in Miami? How far a walk to the ocean? It's a block over. I'm on Collins, and the next block over is Ocean Drive, and that's the street where the beach is. You have the hotels, and then when you cross the street, this particular area, there's a park that you walk across to get to the beach. So you're right at the beach. Yeah, you're right at the beach. The only way to be closer is to be one block over. $115. Thursday night, holiday weekend. Will, together we travel. Welcome in. Welcome in. Jennifer, you can't do basic. Stop it. Scott, welcome in, Scott. Say hello, driving home and listening. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Probably not, Bill. You don't have your pinky. I know. When I booked the room, I'm like, I wonder when I saw the pictures. If you ever go to the site, Casa, Kasa, La Flora, Flora. When you look at the pictures, it's like, that's a nice looking hotel. At first, the way it was set up, I never stayed at an Airbnb. I thought it was an Airbnb because it was like, you don't see anybody. If you have any problems, send them a text. I saw a couple of workers, walking around. Nobody's at the front desk. If I had a question, I would have to send a text. But everything was as ordered. I have a refrigerator here if I need it. A block over from the beach. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Bedazzle, welcome in, Bedazzle. That sounds like a new name. I appreciate you being in here. Appreciate it. Looking for an inexpensive, safe hotel room with hopefully some restaurants around. You're 2 block off Ocean Drive. Now there's not cheap restaurants, and I'll take that back. If you walk, that's walking towards the beach. If you walk back another block, it's like Washington Boulevard. You'll probably run into some, taco places and hamburger places that would be a little more affordable. Emily, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here, Emily. Destination Fun says we did Maho Beach. It was interesting. It looks interesting. It's probably like a one and done because it doesn't look like the best beach. Um, but just seeing the airplanes fly that close to you, just to get some footage, I think I'm gonna try it. Is this still live or is this a replay? This is live. Hey, it's live, Emily. What a great hotel. The lobby looks nice. I was actually going to do the live from the lobby, but it was, I don't want to say spooky, but there's like nobody in the lobby. I didn't see any foot traffic. I didn't see anybody at the front desk. The front desk light is actually off. So, I didn't want to be out there, and there's like no music playing or anything like that. So I said I would just come up to the room. I was going to do it out uh, on Ocean Drive, but every place plays music, and it was cold. What I think was colder than what I thought it was going to be. A boutique inn. I work at one. Boutique inn. Yeah, they call them party Art Deco down here, but yeah, one of the old hotels that they renovated. It looks clean. Bathroom looked clean. Hadn't seen any little critters or anything running by. So now, Bama Nola, welcome in, Bama. Scott, thank you for being a member also. I appreciate it. Bama Nola, welcome in. Thanks for being in here, my friend. Embarkation Nation, I think right now we are booked at Hyatt Place near the airport for April, but being by the beach would be nice. I'm not a big fan of South Beach. I don't. I'm just used to Caribbean water. I'm used to like clear water, and that water just doesn't. It has never really looked clear to me. But everybody goes down there. There's good people watching. It is what it is. And it's like me and the people here. Some of the people here. Some of them are here in bikinis, and other people are in winter coats. It's a weird dynamic here as far as like what people think the temperature is. Yes, Emily, it's still live. Lucia, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you being in here, my friend. Spooky is wrong. See, spooky is wrong. I shouldn't have said that because that would scare people off. It was just empty. It was a ghost town. Most hotels, you go to the lobby, people are in the lobby, you have somebody at the front desk, somebody's checking in. Nobody's checking in here. Everybody, if they come through the door, they're going right to their room. There was, I said, I didn't see any restaurants. I haven't explored the hotel at all, but there's like no restaurants or anything like that. It's just quiet, which I'm not complaining. Fewer people to talk to. On the go with YOLO. Welcome in, welcome and happy Thursday. It is Thursday. I didn't think I was gonna make it in time. I was out there walking around South Beach, and I said, let me try to get back in time. 6 o'clock. I can do it. I made it. Right, Sherry. You know Jennifer. They have a penthouse suite. No, Sherry, what she's going to say is, well, we just had a regular room, but they upgraded us to the penthouse suite. Bama, yes. I hope you are recovering well. I didn't know you had some health issues, but I hope you're doing well. Team Reese, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here, my friends. Event yours. Thank you, Tanya, for stopping in. Appreciate it. And No, it's not where we know the truth. We know the truth. But if you're looking for just an overnight, overnight stay, as I said, if I had a family, I think this room would be too small. But like for two people, I think it's perfect. And as I said, you're a block away from all the action. $115 holiday weekend. So, but anywho, let me get back to MSC. So I went to this UR comp because I gamble. I sent my deals in. They got back with me and want to know what my gambling budget would be. And I told them like between $1,500 and $2,000 is what I'm going to gamble. I probably won't gamble that much, but give or take it. Hopefully, I win something. I can give it back to them. With that, they said, "Oh, you have this 10-day cruise going to the Southern Caribbean." Let me look at the destinations real quick. Don't count this as dead air either. Shipmate, and it's a shame when you don't know where you're even going on a cruise. You book cruises, but you have no idea where you're going. Let's see. Oh, how did I forget? The first stop is St. Kitts. St. Kitts, St. Martin, Antigua, St. Thomas, Dominican Republic, and their private island, Ocean Cay or Key. So what they do though, what they do is they took a $400 deposit, and you get that back as onboard credit, and it's already in my account. So I have $400 onboard credit. But and I don't know if I was talking about this yesterday at all or not, but though $400 all back in onboard credit, I didn't pay a dime, meaning that I didn't pay any port charges, I didn't pay any taxes, and that's for two people. I'm by myself, but for two people, it would have been literally been free. And I like free, but I do have to gamble. And normally I wouldn't gamble that much, but by it being free, a 10-day cruise free, I told him, man, I'll up my budget a little bit. But I don't want to mess this one up because I saw some other deals. Matter of fact, my son looked at it and he said he saw some Virgin Voyages. So if I can get a Virgin Voyage cruise for free, yeah. And I'm going to gamble anyway. If you're not going to gamble anyway, but that's something, I wouldn't recommend to gamble just to try to get a free cruise, unless it's like with Carnival. Carnival, they have if you gamble a little bit there, $200 or $300, they send you offers. They send you offers. Let's see. Tripping with Dre and Michelle. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. We have just about the same itineraries in September on Celebrity. I can't wait for it. I can't wait. I mean, these are a lot of ports. I've been to most of them before, a long time ago, and I want to go back and for on a 10-day cruise on a ship that I haven't been on before, and I love it. And people that know me know I like to have a cigar, drinking a cigar. Well, on like MSC's older ships, they still have their cigar lounges, and that means I don't have to sit out in the cold. I don't have to sit out in the rain. I don't have to sit. I can go into a lounge with some music, and have a drink at a bar. I mean, it works out well. And a fabulous deal. You're winning in 2025. I'm going to try. I'm trying to do I don't want to say longer. I'm trying to do ports that I haven't seen before. I think Island Time just did a video as far as port fatigue, and just going through the same ports over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm just tired of that. I mean, I'm tired of going to Nassau because I'll go off the ship for a couple of minutes and I come back on the ship. Cozumel. I'll go to one of the all inclusives. I want to see something different, and this particular cruise gave me that. And for 10 days free, mm, this is a win-win. Free is my favorite price. Yes, it is. And I didn't even tell you, they I don't know if this was a special UR Comp cruise, but they they're having a steakhouse dinner for us. So we go to the steakhouse for free. They're having some party get-togethers where you can go there and meet people and drink for free. They're um, the special drawings. Have you ever been to a casino and they have those drawings, the hot seats and picking numbers and all this other stuff for a special group? Well, this is that special group. So they're supposed to be giving up like $10,000 worth of like free play and swag and things like that. Plus they have swag bags. So I won't tomorrow I'll find out about the swag bags as far as what's in it and things like that. But all for gambling, and I'm going to do that anyway. Let's see. And I'm going to try to find out. I'll let you know. Elizabeth is my host, and if it works out well, I'll get you guys, so you can get in touch with her, so you can decide. Try it one time. Worst thing could happen is I didn't like it. I'm not doing it anymore. They wanted too much money. They wanted me to gamble too much money, or whatever the excuse is. You can talk to me after 10 days. You can talk to me about it. Quality over quantity. Yes. I'm burned out. And I believe it was Island Time. That's what got me thinking about this topic as far as the different ports, because I guess Carnival is within the next 2 years they're going to start offering some journey cruises to places they've never been before, to Vietnam and Thailand and a couple of other places, Hong Kong. And the problem with those cruises are all the ones that he named, I think we're leaving out of like Singapore or Australia, probably like Sydney, or Sydney or Brisbane. So you would have to fly over there. Whenever I did the Sydney one, I did a trans-Pacific cruise. So I flew one way and caught the cruise ship back. The way he was making it sound, and I didn't look up the actual cruises, was that you might leave Sydney and end up in Singapore. Well, that means you got to fly to Sydney and then fly back from Singapore, or if you can find a cruise and get out of there on a cruise. But that would be a bit much, especially if you're somebody that's working and things like that. But I want to do more. I was hoping that he was going to say they were doing some European cruises, but he didn't mention anything about that. And I got to admit, I haven't looked. I've been so busy with cruises here lately that I haven't even looked. So I am going to start looking into it, because as much as you hear me talking about MSC now, Carnival is still home. Carnival, I mean, Carnival has always done me right. But just like my favorite ship on Carnival is the Jubilee. And the Jubilee has done one itinerary for 1 year. That's all they've done. They leave out of Galveston and they go through the same ports, and they haven't varied. I think Galveston is trying. I think the Miracle is going to do some longer cruises, but that's every blue moon, every now and then. So I thought I heard a car alarm. I'm like, uh-oh. So that's one of the reasons why I don't like cruising out of Galveston. It's not like if you cruise out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or things like that, they can go the Eastern Caribbean or Western Caribbean. And every blue moon, they'll do a Southern Caribbean. And Galveston is just, that's not the case. And even though the Jubilee is my favorite ship, I don't know if I ever go back down there to get on the Jubilee. because it's going to take me to the same port. And as much as Jubilee is my favorite ship, well, I've been on the Jubilee, I've been on the Celebration, I've been on the Mardi Gras. Matter of fact, I'm about to go on the Mardi Gras in February. So yeah, kind of been on the ship. It's like you're not offering me anything new on the ship other than a paint job. So I don't know if I'll ever be down there again to get on that ship. June and Brady says, I got an awesome deal to Barcelona and back to, I can't remember. Either way, I love to go, but I won't travel that far alone. Not for the time of a year Brady can go. Yeah, that, and I don't mind traveling alone, but I can understand if, you know, a lot of people don't like traveling alone. I say I was gonna make it sexist and like women, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to go there. People, you know, I like people. So, but I may, I don't know, I may just do a European one, fly over to Barcelona, do a little tour around there. Matter of fact, I'm booked for MH Family Adventure is going to Greece in, I believe, the end of August, and I'm gonna be on that one. So I'm gonna hit Greece, and that was like on the bucket list. And this way, I'll be with a group of people that, you know, I kind of sort of know. I think Edna's going, and maybe V, Life with V. I think she's going. So I'm not running it back. I'm not drinking. I mean, I'm gonna drink, but I'm not drinking like that. I'm no drink package. I need to get up in the morning and feel good in the morning. Law Jones, oh man, 10-day cruise for free. Sort of. I mean, I say free, but I'm a gambler. But that's why I don't go to Vegas anymore. I think I went to Vegas this year for the first time in years. Vegas didn't have anything to offer me. Would you like a free room? Would you like a steak dinner? Would you? You can keep that. I'll spend my gambling money on a cruise ship and pick the cruise that I want to go on. Scott McNeil, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here, Scott. Thank you, Scott, for being a member also. Cruise Nuts, welcome in. Cruise Nuts, I think you just dropped the video, I believe. I watched it. It was Margaritaville Islander, I believe, out of Cozumel. Jegs, welcome in. Jegs Farm, J3GS. I always say Jegs. That might not be it, but I always say just call it Jegs Farm. Thank you for stopping in. I've been blessed that with my 5 cruises, the only port that I repeated was Nassau. Hard to avoid when visiting the Bahamas on Carnival. It is, and Nassau is, I mean, especially with the way they've done the port and they've kind of limited the vendors there, that Nassau isn't as bad as it used to be. When they were working on that new port, Nassau, I wouldn't even get off the ship because it wasn't going to be anything but just hassle from the time you got off the ship to the time you got back on the ship. And I just didn't like it. But now that the way they have it set up, you can get off and, you know, grab a bite to eat within that little port area or go to one of the restaurants around there. And now it's kind of spread out enough where it doesn't seem to be that crowded. At one time, it just seemed like it was just, they funneled everybody in, one way in, one way out. And it was just jam-packed all the time. Kimberly says, I flipping almost forgot to hit the like button. Hit the like button, people. Appreciate it, Kimberly. I'm sorry if you said, but what are the ports? St. Kitts, Antigua, St. Thomas, St. Martin, Dominican Republic, and Ocean Key, the private island, which I love those ports. And let me run that back a little bit. Is I haven't been to those ports in a long time. I thought St. Thomas was always just such a beautiful island, and I want to go back there because it's been a while since I've been there, and I want to get some, you know, it was before I was vlogging and all that, so I guess I want to get some good video of St. Thomas, but all of the islands, Antigua, it's been 15, 20 years probably since I've been there. Everybody saying hello. I'm trying to keep up with the chat today. Babinola, I went to a family doctor for a checkup He said, I was healthy as a horse. That night, the night that night, had a heart attack. The next day, I found out that my sugar was all jacked up. It was around 400. Wow. I think I might want to go back and talk to that doctor. Yep, I get those RCL. My problem is for working people. PTO is the problem, and I actually I gambled a little bit, not enough uh, on Royal. I didn't gamble enough to get the good ships. I get the older ships, but if I want to do because if it's free, and I've never done a Royal like through a casino deal, so I don't know if you have to pay up front or pay port charges and taxes. But I could see doing Royal. I could see doing Royal older ship, probably out of Tampa. The ships at my age now, I don't do all the flow riders and stuff like that. I just want a decent selling ship, decent people on a cruise, reasonable prices, and I'm in there. Uh, Only problem with those older ships, a lot of them have the shorter itineraries, and you know what port you're going to. But if the price is right, I'm still going. Cruz Bolero, welcome in, and thank you for being a member. I have got to up my game as far as my members. I'm trying to be better about it and acknowledging my members when they come in. And on this particular cruise, I'm going to go live for my members only and just chit chat what I really think about the port. It won't be politically correct, but I mean it'll be you might enjoy it. But I got to get better, and I want to do it like at the end of my videos, acknowledge the members because I really do appreciate you guys. What's the name of that hotel? It's Casa, Kasa, La Flora, LA, Flora, Flora. And I haven't seen a bad review. It out of 5, I think it was a 4.3, 4.4. But I think a lot of that has to do with like the amenities. Like I said, I didn't see a restaurant inside the hotel. I mean, it's basically a room, and I was thinking more like an Airbnb. Airbnb. It was more of a room. So if you wanted something to eat, it looks like you have to go out. As I said, I haven't explored the hotel, but in the lobby, there's like the lobby, and then rooms and an elevator go up. It's like 3 stories tall. They have parking, but I didn't check out what the parking rate was. Ken goes cruising. Welcome in, Ken. Now this is a guy. If you ever want to go to into Europe, Ken is the guy. He's been on the nicer ships. I mean, he went Cunard. He's been on the nicer ships. He's not a carnival man. Him and his wife, they're not carnival. Not saying they won't go on carnival, but yeah, he can guide you to any kind of European cruise that you want to go on and what to expect. Let's see. Right, Bamanola, amen. The blessing of being able to tell the story. You're being blessed. Embarkation Nation, agree about that, about most of the cruises out of Galveston. Yeah, and for me, I fly Delta, and I like a direct flight. And with Galveston, I have to fly into Hobby. Whichever airport is the furthest away is the one I have to fly into. Maybe it's Houston or something, and it's just an added expense of getting an Uber. It's a longer Uber ride. But once I get to Galveston, I enjoy my time in Galveston. It's been Ken, I have not been live by myself at least for a while, and I just went live yesterday for the last 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. So I plan on going live more often, and this cruise is I'm gonna do that. Uh, as long as the Wi-Fi is good. I don't know anything about the Wi-Fi. How's the Wi-Fi now? Because actually, my computer, I don't have Wi-Fi. I connect it to the hotel Wi-Fi, which I really never do, but that's a different story. I guess you got to trust somebody, right? So, anywho, I've connected to the Wi-Fi, so hopefully you can hear me okay and the picture's fine. I understand we have been uh, existing in life lately too. Rough live, Bill. You don't even know when your Greece trip is. It's the end of August. I don't know the exact date. I don't know. I can tell you. I can tell you my next cruise. Oh no, I can't. No, I can't. Because if things work out on this particular cruise, I might do a back to back. I haven't booked it yet, but they're right after I get back on the 27th. Then they have a cruise from 27th through the 4 day. I think it's a 4 day cruise. And I'm trying to convince my son. His birthday is coming up, so if I can convince him to come down here, I might book a back to back so he can come down for a 4 day cruise, and that'll be his birthday gift. The only thing is, oh, and this won't be like you are comped or anything like that, but it was a 4 day cruise, and it was like $360 total for two people for a 4 day cruise. 360 dollars. That's not a bad price for two people, all fees included except for gratuities. Um, that wasn't a bad price. So if things work out well, I'll be on here. I'll be on the ship for like 14 days if things work out. Bamanola, Destiny's Fun. I am on a big handful of medicine for my heart now, and I'm doing a 14-day test using a Dexcom G7 monitor for my glucose levels. Well, just make sure you keep up on it. Don't let it slip. You know, don't let it slip. You have to keep up with your health. The MH family, Keisha says, the MH family group cruise to Greece will be nice and new for you, and you've got a pretty good deal with that one too. Still winning. It was. I thought it was a good price. It was a 7 day cruise, and it was like $1,400, and I think it included the drink package. I don't know, but it felt like a good price. After going on Utopia, everything seems like a good deal. I mean, Utopia that for a 3 day cruise. That my goodness, I think me and my son, I think we paid over $2,000. It felt like I could be wrong for 3 days. YOLO, that part. Why go to the land casino when a cruise will offer you so much more? That's the way I feel, and that's why I don't. We have casinos here in Detroit. I don't even go there. I couldn't tell you anything about them. Matter of fact, the casinos here in Detroit, they don't even give you free drinks. It's like, well, what am I gambling for? For a free room here in Detroit? No, thank you. I saw that Jubilee will be going to the Eastern Caribbean. I, is it still a 7 day cruise? Because it's going to take 2 days to get over there. So I gotta, I gotta. I mean, I would have to look at that. But if you could mix it up every now and then, so people that live in Texas or around that area, where they're not going to the same ports every time, I think you would get more people coming down there. And Team Reed, sorry if I missed it. What ship are you getting on? I'm getting on MSC Divina. It's an older ship built in 2012, I think. But I really think they can do a good job as far as keeping up with their ships, and I think they really look nice. Never been on this one, but I've been on Magnifica, which I thought was a beautiful ship, and Meraviglia, but Meraviglia was probably 2019, maybe 2018, 2019. But that was the Meraviglia is what really kind of got me hooked onto MSC, because it had that canopy that stretched all the way down the length of the promenade, and the price was incredible. I mean, you couldn't beat the price compared to what you would get like on a royal ship. Dark Fame, welcome in, my friend. Everything's going good. Okay, I'm down here in Miami, so I'm I'm happy. Texans fees only, no deposit, and no deposit fees with RCL casino deals. That's what I've been used to. Carnival, see, Carnival's messing up with me. They really are messing up with me. Carnival used to be like that. Taxes and fees only. Here's your free room. You pay taxes and fees only. No, I had no problem with that. Now, what they do is free cruise, but your deposit isn't part of the cruise fare. So please make it make sense to me. So if I have to put $100 deposit down, that's not included in the cruise fare. So I get a free cruise minus that $100, and it's like, and I'm, first world problems. It's like now you're nitpicking me because it used to be port charges and whatever fees, the taxes only, but now you're getting the deposit out of me, and it's like, well, MSC's not doing that, Royal's not doing that. Why would I do that for you? Well, Carnival has been good to me, so I can't knock them. Event yours. St. Thomas has some nice beaches too. I want to do the sky ride and do a beach in St. Thomas. So if you know of a beach, let me know, Tanya. And Tanya, I did. I've been meaning to tell you, and I don't do well with like acknowledging. You had a contest one night, and I won the mixology dice. I did receive those, by the way. Thank you. I haven't used them yet, but I did receive them. Destination Fun says we love St. Thomas. Are you going to run it back? No, I'm not. No, I'm done. I'm done. No more running it back. No more chocolate martinis. No more shots. No more. I like to enjoy my cruise. Dark Fame, event yours. How's my friend Tanya, the adult beverage whisperer, doing? She does know her drinks. I gotta admit. If I ever want to know about a drink, it's her and Anwar. You go to them, they can tell you about some drinks. Maggie, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Keisha says, thumbs up the live, everyone. That was my Keisha voice. Thanks. I'm looking for a short stay night in a Miami hotel. I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if this is like a normal price. I don't know. I was on hotel.com looking at hotels like, man, I got to get a night for a hotel. Where do I go? Usually I go to South Beach Plaza, which is like, it's just okay. I think I like this room maybe a little bit better than that one. But that one, they had a restaurant inside, and they had some other restaurants nearby. But I stayed there before, and I explored around that hotel more. And then the last time I stayed down here at a good price, Essex, ESS, EX of Clevelander, which is like the hotel right behind the Clevelander Hotel. And matter of fact, I think you can use Clevelander's hotel pool. And they had a decent price, but like I said, I looked at them this time. Their price was like $200 and some odd, and this one was like $115. Embarkation Nation says the Wi-Fi is good. Good. You see your window and bed very clear. It hasn't even been touched yet. Even though I am sleepy, I am tired. It's been a long day. Edna, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here, Edna. Looking forward to seeing you more, Bill. Don't forget your VPN if using hotel Wi-Fi. Yeah, normally I don't use a hotel Wi-Fi. I did this time. I'm not a big fan of VPNs. I understand why people use them, but they want a lot of information. The VPNs themselves want a lot of information. Together we travel. We like Marriott Biscayne Bay. Always stay there for Miami sellings. What kind of price do you get for the Marriott? See, when I hear the word Marriott, dollar signs flash in my head. Wait, 32 people watching, only 19 likes? Come on, people. You want me to put some music on and do some dancing? Or maybe I need to decide doing some shots. No, I'm not doing shots. Rooted, famous, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Bill, have you heard that Five and his teammates are coming to Detroit? Bill, have you heard that Five and his teammates, five and his teammates are coming to Detroit? Five? Who's five? I'm lost. I'm lost on that one. Help me. Who's five? Dark Theme, I love Utopia. Well worth the admission. Utopia is my favorite ship. Utopia is my favorite ship, and I don't think it's worth the price of admission though. I don't. It was way too much money for a 3-day cruise. But that Utopia is actually my favorite ship. Hey, Bill, you need to come over to the UK for our group cruise next year and enjoy some of that beautiful French food and wine. Send me the contact, Ken. Is it in your newsletter? I just got your newsletter, but I haven't looked at the latest one. Is it in your newsletter? Ken has a newsletter that he puts out. It's once a month or once every couple of weeks, Ken? But he has a newsletter that comes out. So yeah, send me the information, or if it's in the newsletter, I'll look at it as soon as I get a chance. LF McKinley, drink and Wi-Fi and percentage off of excursion. I must have missed something there, or maybe I'm just going too fast. Because I mean, you're talking about language now. Drink, Wi-Fi, and percentage off of. Oh, is that the one for Greece? That might be the one for Greece. Whatever the Greece one was a good deal. The only problem is the flight over there. Luckily, the flights I can probably handle, so that won't be a problem. So if I can get a good deal on a cruise, going to Australia, the 16 days to Australia, or 16 hours. I'm sorry, 16 hours to Australia is a bit much. And if it goes out of Brisbane, Carnival Delta doesn't fly directly into Brisbane, so I have to go to Sydney and then catch another flight to Brisbane, and it makes for a 20 hour day, a 21-hour day. It's just I don't look forward to it. That's why I'm so glad to catch a cruise ship back. But I do have it in April, beginning of April 3rd, I believe, 29-day cruise out of Brisbane, going to Japan and Alaska. Not looking forward to Alaska. I've been there 2 or 3 times already. Not looking forward to Alaska. But if you haven't been, Alaska is one of those bucket list type cruises that I think everybody should try. Even if you don't like cold weather. I don't like cold weather. So even if you don't like cold weather, I think Alaska is one of those things. But when I go there this time, last time I kind of broke the bank as far as like the excursions. I did a helicopter ride to a glacier and got off and walked around on the glacier and tasted glacier water and all that good stuff. But I won't be doing that this time. But I really want to see Japan, Tokyo, Hiroshima, and a couple of other places. And I believe it's during cherry blossom season. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's another little check off the bucket list. Yes, I've lost several hundred because of cancellations. Is that from like doing Royal? Because that was my biggest fear is as far as if you didn't show up, you lost that money, or it probably if you didn't do it within the cancellation period, like the $400 I did for this particular cruise. If I didn't make it down here or I had to cancel, I probably would have lost that $400. So yeah. Oh, with Carnival, I have not won with Carnival. RCO has been good to me. I've been lucky on Carnival. I've been lucky, and even I like playing blackjack. MSC has the best blackjack rules around, and I'm talking even if you play $25 a hand or higher, you probably can get some rules like that in Vegas. But even they don't offer surrender, and on MSC they have surrender, and it's $10 a hand. Blackjack plays 3 to 2. Um, I, I like it. If you go to the $25 table, they don't have the continuous shuffler either. So I mean it, I don't have much to say bad about MSC. It's all clever marketing, Bill. These corporations are here to be profitable. They're selling out. They're Royal. Whoever's leading Royal, they can lead whatever company I have any day of the week, because Royal they're doing it right, and the brand new ship in 3 days. So people that normally wouldn't go on that ship because it would be $3,000. Well, if you tell them that it's $1,200 for 3 days, it's like, what a deal. $300, $1,200 for a 3-day cruise. I could take 3 or 4 Carnival cruises. Megan's Beach. I've heard Megan's Bay Beach. I've heard of that. I don't know if I've ever been there. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been to St. Thomas. My biggest memory from St. Thomas is I got on a cruise ship, and that was, I think we were leaving out of San Juan, and that might have been our first stop. I forgot to bring gym shoes. So now I'm in town looking for gym shoes. You know how expensive their shoes are there? And they were trash gym shoes. Anywho, that's my biggest memory of St. Thomas. And the Hooters, that we won't get at that. Hooters, the restaurant, by the way. Journey with Junior Brady. Across the road from the Sky Ride, there's a bar called Rum Hut. It has swings as seats. Great place to grab a cheap, strong drink and do a little swinging. Sounds like a place I might want to go to. Right across the street from the Sky Ride. I do plan on doing the Sky Ride too, just so I can get it's more of a photo op than anything else. I think Ocean to Ocean, they just put a video out about that, and it looked interesting. I'd want to try it. Bill, glad you received them. Let me know what kind of cocktails they create for you. I will. As I said, I don't drink a whole lot around the house, and if I do, usually it's like a glass of wine, or maybe a cognac. But I don't drink. Contrary to what people might believe, I really don't drink that much. 25 likes. We're getting up there. Emily's on Facebook. Thank you, Emily, for being on Facebook. I got it. Cruise Bolero. I love Utopia, but Wonder of the Seas is still a favorite. And I've heard a lot of people say that. And I think if I'm going to pay, I don't think Star of the Seas or whatever it is, the new ship coming out. I don't know if I would ever pay full price for like a cruise like that, but hopefully that means the price of like Wonder of the Seas comes down, and I'll do Wonder of the Seas. TJ, TJ, Edna's World, did you find a hotel yet for Long Beach? For one night, I enjoyed the Queen Mary. It had a couple of issues. You didn't have control of the temperature in your room was my biggest issue, and it seemed like they had the air conditioner up as high as it go. But as far as the location, I really enjoyed it. And it's like a museum, and you walk around, and you're on a cruise ship, and I don't know. It just for one night I would do it. I wouldn't stay there 2 nights in a row. Scott says, been here the whole time, just got home. Thank you, Scott. Oh, it's you know what? It's been an hour already. Scott, don't you have something going on? Don't you have Thirsty Thursday tonight? Bill, if you want to get those likes up, you need to recruit Maggie. Jaden, who's 5? Jaden Daniel. Who? Who? That's who I thought you were talking about. But I thought, for some reason, I thought his number was 6. Talk to me this weekend. I'm going to be live on a cruise ship. I got my jersey. I got my hat. I'm going to be talking a lot. One thing I do, even though I'm an introvert, I talk a lot of junk. And if you saw my basketball video, you should have just heard me. I was talking all kind of mess. But I'm going to be in there. I'm going to talk a lot of mess. And hopefully their sports bar, or hopefully their sports bar is like it was on the other ships, where they have slot machines in there. They have the private booths and a bar. And it was like, to me, it was like a perfect setup. And the last time I was on the ship, I drank free at the casino. So I could just walk up to the bar, order a drink, and go watch a game. And I didn't have to gamble or anything. It was a perfect setup. It was a perfect setup. The newsletter, Ken says, usually the newsletter is around once a month, depending on the cruises. All the information and links to the group cruise information are in the newsletter or at the website. Ken, I'll make sure I go check it out, because I do want to do a European cruise. Matter of fact, there's a few people in here. I think Clock Family Adventures, I think Destination Fun, and Embarkation Nation. We're all kind of looking at doing a European cruise. I think more of like, I think they want to do more like Ireland type deal. So I'm going to look at that, and then I'll make sure I pass that on to them, and you can give us, like, once I find out exactly what itinerary they want, what you think would be a good cruise line or cruise to go on. I am following you yay, follow me on Facebook. Big Family Expedition. Welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Carnival cancellations have hurt my purse. I luckily for me, I haven't had to cancel many cruises. The one that I did have to cancel, but it was in time where I get my money back, and that was the MSC World America, because that was the same time frame as the 29-day Carnival trip. And somebody, I just saw the question. YOLO, what ship is that, Bill? Brisbane to Alaska? It's the Luminosa. It goes from Brisbane to Japan to Alaska, then to Seattle. I'm not a big fan of the Luminosa, but it was $100 and 29 days. So I feel kind of bad if I talk about it. June and Brady, I've always booked, but if we have to cancel, or PVB books us out further. Yeah. Hey, Bill, perhaps you would enjoy an older Oasis class ship. I enjoyed Allure of the Seas, and it wasn't upgraded. I loved it. I loved it. I was hoping that some of my Royal Cruise offers would include some of those older Oasis class ships. I love the Oasis class ships. The Aqua Show, I think, is the best entertainment on a cruise ship. When I went to the Aqua Show, I did the Aqua Show on Allure, but when I did the one on Utopia, I thought that was the greatest show I've ever seen at sea. The ice skating one was okay. I wasn't a big fan, but the idea of having an ice skating show at sea, I enjoyed it. Denise, welcome in. Johannes, welcome in. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Johannes, for being a member also. Appreciate you. Hey, and the thinking about your NCL. In NCL, I mean, there's so many cruise lines out there. NCL, I've only been on one, but it was a chartered cruise, and I don't think I can count that as, because it was one of my favorite cruises of all time, and it was an NCL Jewel, maybe. No, I have to look it up. Pearl, maybe. It might have been a Pearl, and but it was a Sheila E. Cruise, and I love Prince, and they playing Prince songs, and they have all these different groups, and it was the greatest cruise, one of the greatest cruises I've ever been on. It's top five guaranteed, and probably top three. Z, hope you're doing well. Z, welcome in. Look at your Facebook, Z. I sent you a friend request on Facebook because I see you go live on Facebook, but I can't get there because, well, you won't accept my friendship, pal. Your favorite couple, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Looking forward to cruising with you in 2025. Your favorite couple. I never know when you're going to cruise. You always just pop up. The couple, the pop up king and queen. But yeah, I can't wait till we cruise again. Thank you, Emily, for supporting me from Facebook. I appreciate it. I need to get on Wonder of the Seas, but they just went to 4 days too. But I mean, is the price a 4-day cruise? It depends on what the price is. I don't mind a 4-day cruise if the price is right. I don't want to spend $1,500, $1,200 to $1,500 for an interior room per person for a 4-day cruise. It's just crazy. I've been on Wonder 3 times, including the inaugural. Love that ship. I've heard nothing but good things about Wonder of the Seas. Even though it's not the newest, latest, greatest, people always go back to that ship as being one of their favorites. Dark Themes. Stop, man. He one season. Stop with the truth. We said the same thing about CJ Stroud last year. You said the same thing. Justin Field when he came out. We said all the same things. Give me another season. Give me a year of people watching him. He does look good though. He looks good. It looks like he can read a defense. A lot of these quarterbacks can't read defense as well, and it looks like he doesn't crack under pressure, and he's able to read a defense, and he throws an accurate ball. So put that on top of him scrambling. I think he could be good. They need to get a offensive-minded coach in there to make him unstoppable, get him a few weapons, get him a running game. Oasis Class best shows. I really do think they are some of the best shows. I'm so bad about Facebook. I don't keep up with the notifications because it dings all day. So I wound up cutting them off too. I wind up cutting off notifications, but I go Facebook and YouTube. I try to watch. So, with that being said, good people, I believe Scott is going to go live. He should be live already Thursday. So we can go over there and give Scott a raid. I don't have the link here, but give Scott a raid Thursday. A strong raid. Type in hashtag strong raid or whatever, and let them know that you came from here. And I'm going to meet you over there. I will be live tomorrow, 5 to 6. I think 5 o'clock is about to sell away. 5 to 6, we're having the UR Comped meetup for drinks. So I'm going to try to do it maybe before then. So I might not catch the sell away, but maybe like 4 to 5. I'm trying to go live from Divina to give you my first impression of after walking around the ship a little bit of what I think of the ship. So keep your notification on. So hit the subscribe button and notification, and hit the all so you'll know when I go live, because I'm going to try. I'm not a morning person, But when we pull into some of these ports, I'm going to try to go live of us pulling into the ports. So let me know. Scratch and Pete, thank you. This is Controversial Cruising, the Thirsty Thursday live, I do believe. So go there, support him. And I am going to get out of here. I think I'm going to go take another little short walk. And I'm going to bed early tonight. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to be in bed by 10 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock. I'm going to try to, I got a video. I meant to have it finished today, but I didn't get it finished in time. So I'm going to try to finish it tonight, have it out for tomorrow. And then I'm going to go live tomorrow. And I'll be live rest of the, on this cruise. If it's 10 days, I'm going to go live at least 5 or 6 of those days. So thanks everybody for coming in. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. I appreciate it. All my members, thank you all for coming in and supporting the strong crew. I appreciate it. As always, we're going to say stay strong and embrace the journey. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.